Greetings. Welcome to the OET online orientation. Just got one person in the live session. Hello to Mustafa. How are you? Hope you can hear me well. I've just sent a message to turn on your microphone if you wish. Otherwise, you can communicate in the chat box. Have a go with that. Welcome to A, who's just joined us as well. All right, now let me ask a few questions. So, where are you located and what's your profession? Where are you located and what's your profession? I'm in Brisbane, just gone 5 p.m. UK and a doctor, excellent. And just looking you up on the system, Mustafa, have you already enrolled in a course? I believe so, yes. Looks like I can see you've enrolled in the standard. That's the information I get. Well, that's good. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So, and also, do you have any course questions? Welcome to ask that at any time. I see you enrolled a little while ago, so if you have questions, let me know. Basically, this is an orientation session, so it's really just talking about the courses. And the main thing, and hello to you if you're watching the video of this session, is to just talk about the OET online method, which has been very successful in helping students pass OET for many, many years, over 15 years, in fact. And the combination is simple. With live lecture attendance, also watching the recorded video. So we have twice daily live lectures on all of the skills, grammar, writing, reading, listening, speaking. So you get all of those skills. And that's your language input. You know, you can imagine the teachers are teaching aspects of the exam, helping you build vocabulary, develop strategies, all of those things. That's input. And then the next step for language acquisition is processing that information. And because we offer one-to-one tutorials and writing corrections, then you can use that teacher feedback to consolidate those skills. So you're learning. The last piece of the puzzle is self-study. So we offer a lot of self-study because you will need to do the exam yourself. You won't have your teacher there guiding you, as nice as it would be. You'll need to do that yourself. So that gives you the opportunity to apply those skills that you've learned in the lectures and from teacher feedback. And that combination of three will lead to exam success. All right, a good question coming from Mustafa. Lectures, they're repeated every 8 weeks. Do you mean the same information? No. So that's a very good question as well. So look, we have a 16-week program. I'll type it up here. We have a 16-week program with no repeats in that time, right? So 16 weeks. On the website, you'll see 1 to 8. If we put 1 to 16 on the website, it would be too long and it would cause problems. So it's a 16-week program with no weeks. But for you, you'll see it's going to week 8, then it starts again, but it's not actually starting from scratch. It's going on to a new course, all right? So it's a 16-week program with no repeats. So, and because we have 2 classes per week, that two lectures for each skill, so that equals 32 lectures. It's a lot, isn't it? 32 lectures. Can you imagine that amount of content? So there are 32 lectures for reading, listening, speaking, writing, and grammar. And then it repeats. Is that clear for you, Mustafa? Welcome to Lina as well, who's joined us. Hi, Rohan. Good to see you from today's class earlier as well. Hello to Sagar. Okay. Now we've got a few more people. Can you tell us which courses you're enrolled in? I know you're enrolled in a course, Rohan. What about you, Sagar? What's your course? And Lina, have you enrolled in a course? I believe you have. Do you know if it's the ultimate, platinum, standard, turbo, economy? Maybe reading only? See if you remember the name of your course. If you're watching the video and thinking about a course, we'll talk about that as well. Okay. Lina's in the free taster. Well, this is for you, Lina. So definitely if you are considering enrolling in a course and you have questions, now is the perfect time to do so. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a little tour. Sagar's in the free course as well. Excellent. All right. Well, I'll see if I can persuade you to join a real course. And maybe we can ask Mustafa and Rohan, would you recommend our courses to Sagar and Lina? Would you recommend our courses being existing students? This isn't paid for advertising, hearing it from the students already in. So we got 2 yeses, a yes and of course. Thank you very much. Feel free, and the next question would be, why would you recommend it, Rohan and Mustafa? Very good teachers. Well, that's a lovely comment. Look, we do pride ourselves on our teaching team, and I'm going to bring that up next, actually. So let's talk about our teaching team. Hello to Anu, who's just joined us. So here's our teaching team, everyone. So we've got myself. I'm the director and founder of OET Online. And we started OET Online way back in 2008. You got the lovely Laura. Laura's around, but she's actually on maternity leave at the moment. Elizabeth, she's based in Sydney. She's an excellent speaking teacher. Gavin, highly experienced master of grammar and reading, but all skills, speaking, highly skilled. We've got Catherine, based here in Brisbane with me. Nathan, based in India, but from the UK. We've got Jules, a high-class motivator. Patricia and May and Katie, Sarifa, Remy and Suzanne, I'm sure you know. And we haven't even, actually, we need to get a picture of Patrick, who's also teaching, Helen, and of course, Mango. Mango's our lovely border collie that lives here with us, keeps everyone inspired. One thing you'll notice about the teachers, except for Mango, everyone is an OET knowledge badge holder. So that's one of the requirements. The other thing that we require of our teachers is that they can speak another language, because I'm a firm believer, if you want to teach English, you should have gone to the trouble of learning another language yourself so that you know the challenges that you guys face as well. All right. Any questions about our teaching team? if it's all good, type in AG for all good. Welcome to Simon, who's joined us as well. All right, that's our teaching team. Now, I'm going to talk about, so this is course navigation, right? So I'm logged in as student OET online. So, and my course is standard. So I'm giving the example of the all skills standard for medicine. So the first thing when you're navigating this little tab, you can widen it if you want a bigger picture. You can open up again. See that? That's nice and handy, right? And one of the first things that I want to do is just show you up here is to just click on my profile. So I just click profile here. When I click profile, I can see my time zone. So the very first thing when you enroll in a course is to come and edit your profile. If you're watching the video, make sure you do this now. Click on edit profile and then just scroll down to time zone. You can put other information in after, but the important one is that you get your time zone right. So I've got it set for Australia, Brisbane, but I could set it for Europe, London if I wished, right? So, and if I do that, it will change all the times to London time, right? So now I save that, update my profile, and now when I go to my dashboard, I will see all of the classes appear in UK time. For example, this live orientation, 8 a.m., that's the time it is in London. There's a listening lecture coming up tonight. That's Suzanne's listening lecture. That's at 11 a.m. So I get that information. Patrick has a reading lecture at 7 p.m. UK time. And Steve has a grammar lecture, that's me, at 9 p.m. Tuesday. All right, so that's what you can do with your time zone. But I'm not in the UK, so I'm going to go back here and I'm going to click on my profile again and I'm going to change it back. Remember, I have to click edit profile. And I'll go back to Australia. Brisbane. Click update profile. And now watch what happens, everyone, when I go to my dashboard. Suddenly now, these classes are appearing in Brisbane time. So 5 p.m., which is 15 minutes ago. Suzanne's listening lecture. That's at 8 p.m. Brisbane time. So that's how it works, everyone. Let me check. Anu, Mustafa, and Rowan, have you guys set your, have you already done this? Have you set your profiles to the correct time zone? If you haven't, I suggest you do. And Mustafa asked the question, good on you, Anu, well done. Mustafa asked the question, if we have any problem, who can we contact? Excellent question. And I'll type that in, everyone. If you want to contact because you need some support, just contact student services at oetonline.net.au. That's who you contact, all right? And they'll be happy to help you with any questions that you have. All right? If you want to contact me direct, I'm happy to also get involved. You might have something specific. My email is steve@oetonline.net.au. Happy to help with any queries you might have. If I can't answer it, I'll refer you to Student Services and they'll do the same to me. Okay, where else should I go? Well, I think a really good page is your course orientation page. This is a lovely page. It tells you what your course contains. There's a wonderful video that goes through all the details of your course and everything, how to submit writing tasks, how to book your speaking, how to use quizzes on the website, lots of great information. And I like it. You got chapters here, right? So it tells you, you can jump ahead. If you want to know about reading and listening, you click here. If you want to know about writing, you go to the writing section. If you want to know about your weekly study goals, you click that section.
Weekly study goals should include some or all of the following.
So that really tells you what to do in your courses. This is also really worthwhile, everyone. Look, we generally recommend that people study about 15 hours per week. Just depends if you're working, when your exam is, but that's a nice balance. And you attend 5 lectures a week, if you can, focusing on your areas of need. That's 7.5 hours. Then you do another 7.5 hours of self-study, going through the different pages on the website. You've got the student forum where you can find some study buddies to practice with. And of course, you get teacher support with writing corrections, 45-minute speaking classes, and 1-hour tutorials. So it's that combination that's going to work for you. Another thing that you can always do in your courses is you can extend access. So if you need a longer duration course, you can actually extend your course as needed. All right. So that's the orientation page. Make sure you go in there and watch the video. Other relevant things. Now, I can see under here, my courses, I've got writing module, speaking module, reading module. All right. And I've got listing modules. I've got Prep Hour with Steve, Forum, Oral Communication. Click. Oh, I've got more. I click more button. Oh, I've got lots of stuff here. It even tells me a little bit about the course and what's there. And look at this, live grammar lectures, listening lectures. Let me ask the audience, anyone have a page that you'd like me to navigate to? Something you're interested in? Is it reading, writing, listening, speaking? What would you like to navigate to? Just type it in the chat and we'll go there. Looks like I've got a tick there from writing. So we've got a few writing pages actually, and let's try this. Let's type in the search bar, writing, and I click writing and look what I get. I've got my live writing lectures. I've got Prep Hour with Steve because there's writing content there. And I've got the writing module for medicine. So if I start with my lectures, I can go here and I can see a calendar and it tells me when the classes are. And I can see, oh, there's one coming up on Friday. That's in 3 days. I click on that and then I know, oh, for me, Friday night, 9 o'clock, Suzanne is doing a writing lecture. So I might decide to attend that one. If I click go to activity, it'll just open it up on a bigger page, but I can't start yet because there's no join link button because it's 2 days away. All right, so these are my live and my upcoming live lectures. That's very handy for me. Another thing I can do is I might want to watch a video. So I might go, oh, Steve's lecture 1 held May 14. I can click on that. Just look at that world global icon. It says recorded video. So if I click that, and then I click the link, up will pop. I'll accept the cookies. And here it is, 1 hour 27. There's a chat there. This is one of my videos. But look, those are fair things. But I don't think, there is a thing we do in English where, and what I can do here with speed, I can change the playback speed. Let me ask you a question. For the lectures, what do you prefer? Live or recorded video or both? What's your preference? Live, recorded video, or a bit of both? Getting some ticks for live. Yeah, I think live is great. Yep. But some people like the video. Good thing about the video is you can adjust the speed. Yeah, live you can ask questions, but if you watch the video, the advantage of the video is you can increase the playback speed. I recommend 1.25 is good for watching a recording and also for tuning your ear. And you can also fast forward and go backwards, of course. Mustafa asks, is there any specific topic? How do we know the task before booking private correction lecture? That's a good question. So private correction lecture, what will happen if it depends, two things, right? Lectures are for groups, right? Not private, right? But so private is a tutorial. So that means here, that's this one here, right? Some courses include them and sometimes you've got to add them on, but you could book a private tutorial, and that's really useful because you can get that one-to-one with a teacher, right? If you enroll in this, what will happen, say for writing, you click enroll now, you make payment. Then your teacher will send you a writing task, which you can submit. And then during the live class, teacher will do live correction, give you feedback and a grade on your strengths and weaknesses. And that might take half the lesson or more, and then you have an opportunity to ask all the questions that you wish. Then there could be an opportunity to submit a second task for homework. So that's a really, really good thing. And the kind of thing that you're going to get while we're talking about writing corrections. I'll just pick an old one. So this is a task that I've corrected from a student sometime in the past. And once you submit it, you can get this detailed feedback of what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. And as you can see, quite detailed. This person's quite a good writer. There's a lot of really good sentences. But there are comments there on language use. And then down the bottom, we'll give feedback on different areas. So this one got good in nearly all categories, but language is a few too many errors, and grade of 340 and feedback. So you'll always get that kind of feedback from your tutors when you submit a task. And we recommend that you print these things out and really learn from your mistakes. That's the key to success. And every time you submit a task, you get a little bit better. And gradually your score will go up. In this case, this student was very high to begin with, and with a little bit more work, was able to achieve their required score. So we've covered a little bit of writing and a little bit. So I'll just go back to one more page. And don't be afraid to submit your writing tasks. Your teachers will support you all the way through. So that's our writing lectures, everyone. Now let's just go out of here and we go to our writing module. So this is a great page. Now on this page, there's lots of worksheets that you can read through. There's self-practice case notes and model letters. These green indicate, if you get a green tick, it means you've done it. If you get a grey to do, that means you haven't done it yet. So that guides you. And importantly, down the bottom, you've got writing task submission procedure. And then you've got assignments. Now, with these assignments, I've done them, right? But I'll show you something. Let's see if I can find one. So come down to this Betty Wetson, right? It says to do, make a submission. But I go, but hang on, I want to look at the model letter. And I can't see the model letter because the model letter, sample letter, won't be made visible until you do the task. Now we do that deliberately because we don't want you to be influenced, you know, and it's a little bit like a mock test simulation. We don't want you being influenced by someone else who's written that letter. You've got to do it yourself. But tasks you've already submitted, you can definitely click on those model letters and you'll get the answer. You can also click on the case notes. And this one's a PDF, which we can download. If I click on the one before, and there's our case notes. So yes, follow those instructions, pretty straightforward, and submit, and your teacher will provide detailed feedback. Let me ask Mustafa and Rohan, have you guys submitted any tasks yet? And we got lots of tasks on our website, a very long list. So if you need extra correction, you can do that. I'm going to go back to my dashboard. I've got lots of ways to go to my dashboard. Mustafa says not yet. That's good in your standard one. I think you get plenty of writing corrections there. Now, reading. We had a question about reading. So let's look at all courses. I'll click my courses here. I'm going to put in reading. I know Anu is very keen on reading. So again, we got reading lectures here. We got prep hour. We got reading library and reading module. So you might ask, let me ask the audience a question. Does anyone know the difference between the reading library and the reading module? Any ideas on the difference? The reading library and the reading module. Let's see how much you know. Type in DK if you don't know. And it says 30 questions in reading library. Yeah, look, the reading library is a huge resource, right? So I've clicked on reading library. This reading library has old Part B 1.0 material. and it's a great resource for practice tests on medical topics, and many of the skills are transferable to the new test. So this isn't the modern test, it's an old style test, but very useful for practice. Part A was still a speed reading test with 30 questions, as Anu said. And part B was like the new part C. It was just MCQs, right? So purpose of this is you have a never-ending supply of tasks, and this, I can scroll forever. So much that you can do to build your skills. And this is really useful if you're getting, perhaps you've done the exam or reading's your weak area and you got scores in the 200 range and you know you got to build, then your reading library is the place to build those skills. Once you're feeling confident, you should go to the reading module. And I would advise you to treat these somewhat like mock tests, really. So try to complete them under exam conditions. Time it, see how much you can get right. Then when you finished, check what you got wrong. Always check, learn from your mistakes and build that way. And the same with part B and part C. Make sure you got a stopwatch and try to complete under exam conditions. Do these tasks when you have a quiet time and no distractions is my advice. All right. And again, depending on your course, we'll tell you how many sets you get. We've got 10 reading sets here, and your course will contain a certain number based on your enrollment. All right. And then that's repeated for listening, exactly same structure. And I can always jump ahead. I can click, oh, reading set 5, and I can navigate this way as well. Some of the tasks I can print out, some I can do online. And that's the reading. Now I might go, you know what? I really need a brush up on reading part B. How would I find the reading part B? And look, just by chance, Gavin's reading lecture part B. Oh, that's a video. That's a video. Okay, I'll click it. And there again, there's the link and I've got Gavin's video. But I want a live one. So I'm looking for green. Here's one. Lecture 4, part C. When's that? I'll click it. Gavin's got one. Oh, 8 p.m. tomorrow night. I'm all part C. I'm going to attend that. I can download it to my calendar so I don't forget. So very convenient. All right. Then I look, oh, Patrick's got one on part A. Oh, I want to go to that too. Oh my God, it's 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Oh, I can't make that. I'm getting my beauty sleep. So what I will do for that one, I will watch the recorded video. All right, that's what I will do. Now, obviously, for the timing of our classes, we balance it, you know, and our goal is to make sure that you can always find at least 5 classes per week at times suitable for you. All right, and we got, yep, oh, Suzanne, I wanted to do part B. Look, Suzanne's got lecture 6 on part B. When's that? Oh, June 19 at 8 p.m. All right, lock that one in. I'll download that and put it onto my calendar. Okay, so very easy. What I'm showing you here is management and making sure that you don't miss those classes. Maximize use. So that's your lecture page. And the last one, if you click Prep Hour with Steve page, lots of stuff here. These are all of my videos. We've got videos on grammar, videos on writing, so many, videos on reading, videos on listening, and on speaking, as well as on exam tips. So you've got a huge range of extra content that you can use to build your skills. All right. And the final bit of navigation I'll give you. So again, back to my dashboard. At the bottom of my dashboard, I've got completion progress. So this tells you how much of a course you've done. I've done 22% of writing. I've done 2% of the reading. So I need to do a bit of work there. 9% of the oral communication clinic and 14% of the grammar. So this is really useful for your navigation. If you get a green, you've got the required score above 60%. If you get an amber, it means you've done it, but the score is not the required level, so do it again. And again, if you get a red, also you didn't reach the required score. And blue, you haven't done it yet. And if you click on any of these links, you might go, ooh, I want to do a quiz. A healthy diet, that sounds fun. Click on it, attempt quiz, and all of a sudden, I've got a quiz. And this is a drag and drop quiz. So I can eat a balanced diet with a range of food from various groups. Drop that in, and that's a drag and drop activity. So that's a nice little thing to do. Okay, Mustafa says there is a very long lecture about reading ABC and writing. Yeah, all our lectures are 90 minutes long, Mustafa. Yep, exactly. Everything is there. They're all 90 minutes long. We find 90 minutes is perfect. If we do a 60-minute lecture, it just doesn't cover, you can't really get into it and complete a whole task. So we find that 90 minutes is a really good duration for OET. You know, we used to do 2-hour lectures several years ago, but we found that was a bit too long, a bit of information overload, a bit too long for the student, a bit too long for the teacher. So we decided that 90 minutes was the optimum length, and we still believe that. Okay. All right, I've said a lot, everyone. So I'm going to go to one more page, right? So that's just navigating, right? And just play around with it. Very easy to do. Now, one thing I'll say, if you want to enroll in a course, always click the home button. Want to click the home button, that takes us to the front page, right? Normally when you log in to begin your study, you always go to your dashboard because that's where your content is. But first timers, or if you want to enroll in another course, go to your dashboard. Now, Lina and Saga said you haven't enrolled yet. May I ask, Lina or Saga, what's your profession? What's your profession? Medicine, right? So if I click medicine, same with Dr. Saga. All right. So click that and wait for it to load. And it tells me options. Now let's ask you guys, what would you like to know about? Would you like to know about our All Skills Plus, our All Skills, our Single Skills, or our mock tests? What would you like to know about? Which course options? Mock test says, okay, let's click mock tests. So we got some great mock test options. You can do a computer-based or paper-based depending on your exam choice. And if you do a mock test, all skills, great value. This is all Australian dollars, $125 Aussie. And you get writing, you can submit your task, get feedback, you can handwrite if you have a paper-based test, type if it's computer-based, and get detailed feedback and an accurate grade within 48 hours. Speaking, you'll do 2 role plays on Zoom, just like the exam. So it's really good for exam simulation. And then you also get listening and reading mock tests, which are computer-based with 42 questions. And we tell students, if you do a mock test, all skills, they set 3 hours a time and just do it back to back. Do your listening, reading, writing, speaking in order. And that's a great way to simulate the exam, a good experience. We also have mocks for speaking only, writing only, reading and listening. All right, now if you want something more substantial, you could do a all skills plus or an all skills. What's the difference? Well, there's the main thing. I'd rather talk about the similarities first. They both have the live lectures, right? It just comes with it, right? And they both have the same content, reading, listening, and writing, speaking material. It's all the same. The difference is the all skills focus plus courses focus on 1 hour tutorials. So this is designed for students who want to maximize their one-to-one tutorial time with the teacher. We get a lot of students wanting to do that. And with the All Skills Plus, you also get the added advantage of a mock test. So if you went for Turbo Plus, you get all of that content, lectures and everything, 2 private tutorials, 1 hour long, focus on the skill you like, and a pre-exam mock test, right? Which is writing and speaking together. Again, it's another session with your tutor. So that's a really good and popular option. But if I click all skills, and then I click on Turbo, it's cheaper. It's $175. You get 2 writing corrections, which is good. You get a private speaking, which is nice. And your reading sets, and you get a 1-month access. So the all skill standard are a little bit good, bit more budget friendly if that's important to you. And the plus courses have that focus on tutorials. The other thing, if you go for Platinum or Ultimate in any of our courses, we do have a pass OET guarantee. That means we're that confident that these courses will bring success that we guarantee that you can pass it if you complete this whole course. You will be able to pass OET, and if you don't, we'll give you money back. So far, we haven't had to give money back. It means people are passing, and it's designed that way. We're confident with that because we really believe in our product, and we believe we can guide you to success if you complete everything within that course and follow our guidelines. Okay. So yes, everything you can see on the front page, and you can just enroll by making payment with a credit card. So if I decided to do the Platinum course, I click enroll now, select, this is Aussie dollar, select payment type. It's on Stripe. I click proceed. And now I have my payment gateway page. This is Aussie dollar. Got an email. I just put in my card details, all the information here, click pay, and bingo, you've enrolled in the course, and away you go. Okay, quite a lot of talking from me, so I'll stop now. Any questions from the audience? Mustafa says, how can I find information about the course I'm enrolled in? Well, that's a good question. Really easy for you, Mustafa. So you just go, so now I've got to go back on the dashboard, going back to my dashboard. Now I'm back on course page. You go to course orientation medicine. Under my courses, Mustafa, that's where you have to go. You can get all the information about your course there. So look under my courses. What is Prep with Steve section? This one here, that's the one we saw before. That's where all my videos, there's like 60 hours of video content there for review. It's all the stuff that I do on YouTube, on our YouTube page and for OET Center, and we post it there for your use. Rohan says, is it mandatory to finish writing tasks before doing writing assignment? I'm not sure what you mean, Rohan.
Actually, I'm trying to submit an assignment, but when I go through this section, I'm stuck with the writing task where we have model sets where they have already written the answers. So I can't maneuver into the writing assignment part.
You cannot go to the writing assignment part.
Can you just demonstrate so that I can?
Yeah, what course are you enrolled in?
This is 2 months economy program, I think exactly.
2 month what?
Economy 125.
So economy doesn't have writing submission. If you have a look, we'll go there. If I click home and then I click medicine and then I click all skills, economy has 2 month access with the lectures, but it doesn't have personal writing correction. If you want correction, you've got to go for the turbo or the standard. But what I suggest in your case, if you've enrolled in economy, what you can do is click on the writing module and then over here, just enroll in a single writing correction via this page, and then you'll be able to, once you enroll there, then you'll be able to get a teacher to provide correction. If you want to do more than one, you can enroll in 3 corrections. All right, good question. All right, any other questions from the audience? Type in AG if all good. All good for you, Lina? Dr. Saga? Anu? Crystal clear? Yep. Simon? Hope all is good. All right, thanks for coming today. If you haven't enrolled, go for it. We look forward to helping you succeed. Yeah, hope to see you in class soon.